Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Rajni. Today, we will uh, discuss about to the pathogenic interaction. In the yesterday class, we will complete of the interaction, and these are all are the completed. Now we will discuss about to the fungal enzymes are completed, fungi relation to pollution, biodegradation, and now we see principles of plant pathology and principles of plant pathology. Now I will share my PPT. Now I'll share the PPT. See here, this one is the principles of the plant pathology. How to principles, these are things we will discuss about to that one. Uh, First one, plant markers. Here, plant makes up the bulk of Earth living environment as a trees, grasses, flowers, etc. They are the only higher organism or planet that can convert energy of the sunlight. This energy stored in the food material. Here, usable chemical energy, these chemicals energy into the form of biological energy. That is the carbohydrates. Next one is the fats and proteins. These all animals include human depending directly or indirectly on these plants. Substance of a living one. And the growth of the plants dependent on the growth of the plants dependent on the availability of nutrient water availability of the nutrient water in the soil where it they grow, and the normal range of the environmental factors. Such as that one environmental factors meaning light, temperature, and pH of the plants. However, to get sick, anything that fibrous, and these are the fibrous plants of that one. These are all reduce their unlessful and this one are uh, under unless the plant feel pain and discomfort. The development of disease follows the same accepts of the same the steps in the usual in the complex in plants, its animal and man. The plant pathology is a study. That is the plant pathology is the study of this one. Is the living entity and the environmental conditions that causes disease in plants. Here, the mechanism by which these factors produce the diseases in plants. This one is the interaction in between disease causing agents and diseases plant. Both are the interaction diseases plants, one disease causing the plants. These are things you can observe in this process. And the method of puring uh, method of this one the preventing method of this one preventing diseases and alleviating damages and it causing that one control the disease before after development of the plants. And coming to the another thing, plant disease are mostly caused by the living organism, that is called living organism meaning biotic factors. Living organism meaning what is living? That is the biotic factors. Biotic, both are there, biotic, abiotic factors. But now this one is the living factors is the biotic factors. And the preventing disease, elevating and it damage causing or control disease either before or after development of the plants. And the plant disease mostly causing by the biotic factor. Most common plant disease causing the many microbes such as fungi, bacteria, phytoplasm, viruses, mycoplasm, virions, nematode, and parasitic higher plants also. These are the microbes to causing the disease for the plants. Abiotic disorders also caused by the notifications factors. This one is the casual uh, casual against of disorders are almost unlimited, but the most common disorder usually are caused by the factor such as temperature, moisture, light, extreme temperature, extreme moisturizer, extreme light, extreme nutrient, poor soil. That is the poor soil meaning acidity or alkalinity, salt and texture. The pesticides, toxicity, air pollution, strong winds, hail, and impoorer cultural practices. They also combination unwanted weeds and however plant is damaged caused by the insects and when other animals does not usual become the part of the plant pathological studies. What is the concept of disease in plants? The plants healthy or normal when it can carry out its physiological functions to the best of its genetic potential. These functions include normal cell division, differentiation, and development. Observation or absorption of the water and mineral nutrients from the soil and their translocation, photosynthetic and translocation of the photosynthetic products throughout the plants. Reproduction for sustaining and multiplication and storage of food supply for overwintering or reproduction whenever the ability of the cell of a plant or a plant part carry out one or more of these essential functions. These are the interfered by any pathogenic or adverse environmental factors. The normal activity of the cells is happened in some or other ways. The plant is a diseased. The primary causing of the disease either pathogen or factor of physical environment. That is the first specific mechanism by which disease are produced vary considerable with the casual agent and sometimes with a plant. At first, the reaction of the plant to the disease causing against at the site of affection is of a chemical nature and is irreversible. Soon, however, the reaction becomes more widespread and histological changes take place that manifest themselves macroscopically and constitute the symptoms of the disease. Thus, here, how to affect the disease is that the effect of the cells and tissues, the diseased plants are usually weakened or destroyed by the disease-causing agents. Disease-causing agents. The ability of such cells and tissues to perform their normal physiological functions is reduced or completely eliminated. As a result, the plant growth is reduced or the plant when can die. That's where the disease in plants can be defined as the series of invisible and visible response of the plant cells and tissues, a pathogenic microorganisms or environmental factors that result in the advice changes in the form of function and integrity of the plants when may lead to the practical importance and death of the plant parts. The plants are considered have diseased or discovery when they are not growing up to expected standards. There are two visuals keys for the identifying sick one. First one is a sick plants. The second one is the symptoms and signs and signals. The symptoms are visual. You can observe to the symptoms when the diseased plants are there. In that diseased plants to release the symptoms. Response of the plants to attack by an infectious organisms or abiotic factors. For example, plants exhibiting leaf spot, chlorosis, necrosis, wilting, and strutting are showing symptom of a abnormality. The symptoms are a very important part of the determining cause of plant problems. However, there are several factors that prevent symptoms from relieving the exact causal against. The first symptoms are non-specific. Many different pathogens and abiotic factors can have the same effect on the plant. For example, any entity that disturbs the movement of water in the plant will cause the plant to wilt. Another factor that symptoms changes over time. Therefore, good symptoms description require observing the plant over time and noting the progression of the symptoms development. The symptoms often develop may from the infection site. For example, above ground symptoms of water and nutrient stress occur when the roots are damaged. Additionally, symptoms will vary the pathogen's virulence. That is the pathogen virulence meaning aggressiveness. The degree of the host successfully and the environmental conditions. Here, the sign or the third one is a sign. These signs are the visual presence for the some structural form of the pathogen on the host plant. Where the host plant is there, that is a sign. For example, fungal mycelium. The fungal plant body name is called mycelium. The algal plant body name is called thallus. Here, the fungal plant body is the mycelium, comma spores and fruiting bodies and bacterial zones also. While symptoms are non-specific, sign allow a more specific determination of the causal agent. In some cases, the sign will reveal the exact cause. For example, while powdery mildew grow on plant surface is caused by powdery mildew of fungi. This name is called powdery mildew or fungi. In other cases, sign will help to narrow down the potential causal agents. For example, mycelium on the surface of trough indicates a fungal diseases problem. This is the triangle for the disease plants. A disease episode required the interaction of three components are most important. The first component is the host. The second component is the pathogen. Third one is the environment. These three causing by the diseases for the plant. The interaction is known as this one is the interaction name is known as diseased triangle. In order for a disease to occur, the host plant must be susceptible to the pathogen that is called diseased organism. First, the plant must be subsequently genetically, meaning that the organisms present can be caused diseased on the plant. In some cases, the host must be a certain physiological store, certain certain physiological state for the disease to occur. For example, some organisms attack only young organism. Some organisms attack only in the seed time. Some organism attack only old plants. Other take advantage of mature or aging plants. And some organism able to take advantage of the plant at any growth stages. In most cases, pathogens take advantage of the plant that are stressed, vigorous, strong growing. Non-stressed plants are less susceptible to disease than plants growing under stress condition. The disease only result from the infection by virulent, that is the aggressive and able to cause disease pathogen. Most pathogens go through a life cycle in which part of the time the organism is dominant. When a pathogen is dominant, no disease can be occur, although the disease triangle is illustrated by a triangle which all side equal. The environment really is the most important part of the interaction in the environment. most favorable condition for the disease development. That is the temperature. What are the environmental factors? Temperature, moisture, nutrients, and wind must favor the pathogen grow and development. The most all these are climate conditions are the grow of the pathogen conditions. Some disease, meaning notable those caused by virus, require a vector. That is vector meaning transmitting agent or vehicles. One pathogen to another pathogen to transfer the diseased material that is used for the vector. That is a transmitting agents for infection. In this case, the vector is additional component of this interaction. The degree to which these three components interact relates to the disease severity. For example, if the host is highly susceptible, the pathogen is highly virulent, and the environment is highly condensive, then the disease will be very severe. The severity also includes an climate of element of the time. The longer element remains favorite for diseased development, the greater the security of the classes diseased. The success, coming to the next one, the successful disease management required the disruption of some part of the diseased triangle. Accurate diagnosis of the causal agents is required for effective use of the management strategies in general and specifically for effective chemical control. Using an important chemical will not only be infected against the disease against, but also can be lead to the additional disease problems by killing beneficial microorganism in the environment. The microorganisms are successfully strategies and depending on the integrated of available controls method. This is a diseases triangle method. Coming to the history, man become aware of the plant disease in the early times of the antiquity. This is evidenced by the inclusion of blasting and mildew in the Old Testament. Testament. Our ancient religious literature gives importance on only deceased must before they mentioned by the Greek philosopher, that is called the Artha Sastra of Kautilya, the 321 to 186 BC. Suhasra Samhita, Vishnu Purana, Agni Purana, and Vishnu Dharmatra. These are all some of ancient books from India where diseases and other enemies of plants are mentioned. In Rig Veda, classification of plant disease and germ theory of disease were discussed. The learned man during Vedic period where the disease are caused by the microbes. The book Vriksha Ayurveda, written by Suralpal in ancient India, contained information of the plant disease. This is the Indian book which gave first information on plant disease. He divided into He divided plants disease into two groups, visa international and extranational. International and the plant disease is the divided into two groups visa internal and external. Plant disease like rust, smut, rust disease, smut disease, downy mildew disease, and powdery mildew, and high nutrient. Yeah, that is the observation that mentioned by the Greek philosopher Theophras scientist was the first to study return write about the disease of trees, cereals and legumes in this book. Inquiry into plants therapeutics has recorded his observation and immigration and expertise, but they were do not based on experiments. He had mentioned that plant of different groups have different diseases, which are autonomous or spontaneous. That is no external cause were associated with the plant diseases, different groups, different diseases, which are autonomous or spontaneous. What is the meaning of that is no external causes were associated with the plants with which are autonomous spontaneous. That is the external causes which external causes were associated with the plant disease. They, they history in the history in several aspects of plant pathology is given. 700 BC, the Romans celebrated the holiday Robigalia that involved sacrifices of reddish colored dogs and cattle is an attempt up to appear as a rust rod god Rebigo. In 470 BC, Philini was first was used. That is the first used file for the second one, 470 BC. This is the Pliny was the first to use a fungicides amount of olive and control of the height. 96, 1894, 1844 and 1845. This caused by the late brighter that is the causing by the late blight fungus Phytophthora infestana. This is the Phytophthora infestana late blight diseases of this one. Learn and improve the learn and improve the learn and improve the learn and improve the they learn and promoted the birth of modern plant pathology. The Femina killed 1.5 million people and forced another 1.5 minimum to emigrate between 84 to 84 to 50. The the population of traveled prevalence was 85 million on the 2024. And the 1950 in the 1950s, 1995, sudden oak death, the Phytophthora ramorum was discovered in California. A large number of tankonox were found to be declining with known as it took 5 years to isolated and identify the casual agents and is also called Ramoram blight and Ramoram diabac. Although the disease was first observed in the United States, United States, Ameri- in States too. In Thanocos, it is also found in infect many other plant species. In 1999, southern wilt or brown wilt caused by Rastolina solanocerum, Viver 2 southern wilt, a disease of diseased there is a diseased of stone fruits caused by the virtual pathogen called the plum. The pathogen is the plumpox virus, and is and they are stored in the fruit caused by a viral pathogen called plumpox virus. So they are known as a shocker to be that is the kids in a soybean. Next one is a 2004 soybean rust. It caused by the two types of fungi, Pachythocospora, Pyro, Phacohyrin. Coming to the next one, 2004, appropriately entering on winds or Hurricane Ivan. It was found in 9 states shortly thereafter. It was found in Florida early in 2005 on soybean, and new directions for that season remained in the South America. What is the scope of plant pathology? The plant pathology deals with different aspects, has a wide scope than human pathology. Wide scope are there to compare to the human pathology. The welfare of plants is of particular interest to those most directly concerned with the growth of plants and the manufacture and distribution of plant products, and indirectly concerned with every one of us consumers of plants and of the endless series of products derived from plants. The plant pathology mainly call upon the basic techniques and knowledge of botany, mycology, bacteriology, virology, nematology, nematology. హలో, చెప్పండి. వెళ్తున్నాము. నేను శేఖరు. మీరేమి రాము, మీటింగ్ ఉందన్నది తేజు. ఆ, చోటుకి ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది, ఎక్కడికి రాడు. ఉమ్, లేదు. ఆ, ఎప్పుడన్నా పోవచ్చు, ఎప్పుడన్నా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. హలో, ఎప్పుడన్నా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. ఉమ్. The plant deals with the different. హలో, చెప్పు. ఎప్పుడైనా మామూలుగానే పెద్ద ఫంక్షన్ అంటే వాళ్ళు చిన్నదే అన్ని అట్లనే చేస్తారు. అవును. అయిపోతే పోవచ్చు డైరెక్ట్, ఏముంది ఇంటికి, వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి. నీ ఇష్టం. నేను క్లాస్ మధ్యలో ఉన్నా. పెట్టేయ్. The plant pathology deals with different aspects of plant diseases and as a wide scope than human pathology. The welfare of plants is the of particular interest to those uh, most of this one is the important. The pathology can be techniques knowledge for the mycology, bacteriology, virology, nematology, plant anatomy, plant physiology, genetics, biochemistry, horticultural, uh, soil science, forestry, chemistry, physics, meteorology, many other branches of the sciences. The pathology profit from advance in in any one of these sciences and many advantages in other sciences have been made in the attempt to solve phytopathological problems. A good knowledge, at least the basic, at least the basic, at least the basic of this one, at least the basic, at least the basic one is the most important. At least the any one of the science many advanced other than the made up of attempt to solve phytopathological problems. A good knowledge of at least one basic factor of the related sciences is indispensable for efficient performance by an plant pathologist. Although the plant pathology as a science attempts to increase our knowledge of the causes and the development of plant diseases, it is also a science with a more practical goal. The purpose is to develop controls for all plant diseases. The goal is to save the produce which today is destroyed by the plant diseases and to make it available to those who work hard, the producers, it and to the hungry and ill-clothed, ill-clothed millions of our increasingly overpopulated world. In the recent years, plant pathologists have begun to specialize in certain fields, which notable advances have been made, which are interaction between most host and the hello. నేను ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్లో ఉన్నమ్మా, ఏంటి చెప్పు. ఇవన్నీ నాకు తెలియదు, మీరు అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ బ్లాక్కి ఫోన్ చేయండి. Increased in population emphasize the applications of all possible means to meet the food requirements, such as the expansion of crop area, improved the methods of cultivations, increased use of fertilizers, improved varieties, and increased irrigations and crop productions. Increased irrigations and crop productions, crop protection. These are the examples for the clad production. What are the classification of the one? Classification of which the overview kinds of disease that affect them. On average, each kind of plant can be affected affected by 100 or more plant diseases. Each kind of pathogen may affect anyway from one variety to several, one variety to several dozen or even hundreds. Several dozens or even hundreds of the species of plants. To felicitate the study of plant disease, they can be grouped in some generated generalized categories. It also become essential from further in identifications and the subsequent of the used basic classification of the plant diseases. The plant diseases are classified according to, that one is according to symptoms they causing, where the root, the cankers, and with wilt, leaf spot, scrubs, blight, and anthrax rust of the must. These are the root causing disease. This is a symptom. The plant organic organs they affect the root diseases, stem diseases, foliage diseases, fruit diseases. These are the one. And the coming to the affected plant affected, that one is the plant affected field crops and leaf clot diseases, vegetables diseases, vegetable disease, fruit tree diseases, and next one is called the fruity diseases, and next one is called the extension with plants disease associated with plant, that is the mode of natural prepetitions mode of infections, the soil borne inoculation inoculums of disease condition, disease causing pathogen remains in the soil, remains in the soil and present remain in the soil, and plant causing disease, blight diseases and rust diseases and powdery mildew diseases. These are the different types. Airborne. Airborne is the microorganism is or spread through air or attack the plants causing the disease. The blight, rust, powdery mildew, and these all things are the diseases. And this one, next one, occurrence and distribution of plants. This one is the occurrence and distribution, endemic and epidemic. Endemic one is there, another one is the epidemic one. Endemic, when a disease is causing more or less constantly prevalent from either from year to year, in moderate to moderate. moderate to moderate. And this is the serving the picture country what disease of potato in the endemic to Darjeeling. And that's coming to the epidemic or epiphytic disease causing periodically, but in a serves from the involving major area of the crop. It may be constantly present in locality, but assume serve from occasionally. For example, rust diseases, late blight diseases, mildew, mildews diseases, sporadic. These diseases which occur only at very irregular interval and location in a moderate to serve from the leaf blight, leaf wilt diseases, pandemic. Pandemic diseases is the occurring throughout the content or subcontent resulting in mass moralities. That is a pandemic disease, the best example for the leaf light of the potato. And the next one, however, the most of the commonly used criteria, criterion is type of pathogen that causes the diseases on the basis of casual factors. Diseases are classified into non-parasitic disease and parasitic disease. Non-parasitic, the disease can be both the two can be classified into the two types. One is a uh, parasitic, non-parasitic and parasitic. Non-parasitic casual factors of these are mainly physiological or environmental like freezing injury caused by the low temperature. And second, non-parasitic, parasitic. The casual factors of these are mainly physiological or environmental like freezing injury caused by low temperature, high temperature, unfavorable oxygens, soil moisture, mineral deficiency causes mineral etc. Example, black heart of potato causing due to high temperature, bark necrosis of red delicious apple causing the excess minerals, red leaf of cotton, Kaira diseases of the rice is causing due to the mineral deficiency. Parasitic disease, the casual factors of the disease are parasitic micro or macroorganisms which need a host plant to serve or to complete the life cycle. Various fungi, bacteria, viruses, mycoplasma, algae, and animal parasitic, such as nematodes, etc. Parasites and cause disease in host plant. For example, bacterial blight of paddy, club root of crucifer caused by the mycoplasma. Mycoplasma also to causing the parasitic diseases. Tobacco mosaic virus disease, ergot of disease, smut and rust diseases. These are smut and rust disease causing by the fungi. Ear, crocal wheat caused by the nematodes. On the basis of plant disease, classified into the following types. The first one is the non-infection plant disease. Second one, non-infection or abiotic factors. Infection plant diseases caused by the fungi, diseases caused by the bacteria, parasitic higher plants, viruses, nematodes. These are infected plant diseases. Non-infections are abiotic diseases, nutrient deficiency, mineral toxicity, lack or excess of soil moisture, too low or too high temperature, air pollution, lack of oxygen, lack or excess of light, soil acidity or alkaline to pH. Through Walker 1969, who classified plant diseases in three major groups. That is non-parasitic disease, parasitic disease, and mycoplasmal viral disease. But here mycoplasma viral disease are kept under parasitic disease, are sometimes classified on the basis of the kind or type of the characteristic symptoms it produced on the plant: rust, smut, mildew, root rot disease, root rot diseases, blight diseases, leaf spot and wilt, cankers, fruit rot, etc. The disease may be also be classified according to the plant organ than effect. Thus, there are root disease, stem disease, foliage disease, fruit disease. Root disease, root rot, verticillium, polytrotricum, macrophomina, macrophomia, clubroot disease of crucifer, vascular glitch, Fusarium species, verticillum. Other root disease caused by Weimannomyces graminis, Phymatoricum omnivorum, and Arimelia melia. These are the root. Stem diseases, stem root of jute, black stem rust of wheat, leaf disease, foliage disease, leaf spot of turmeric, leaf spot of leaf blight of wheat, little leaf fluff of wheat, leaf color wheat, fruit, corn gall stone fruit, citrus canker, seedling blight, Phytium, Phytophthora, Phaceria, Forticium, these are. The parasitia, when an organism lives or in some other organisms obtained its food from the later, then it is a parasite. The relationship between a parasite and his host is called parasitism. A broad definition of parasitism would include all varieties of interspecific associations in a gradient of interdependence. Therefore, association between defined a commensalism, mutualism, symbiosis, or distinct features of the same phenomena is called parasitism. ఒకసారి చెప్పండి. పెడతాను సార్. పెడతాను. A plant parasite is organisms that becomes intimately associated with plant and multiplication grows for the expansion of the plant. The removal by the parasitium nutrients and water from the host plant. The host plant removal and nutrient water plant reduce efficiency by determining further development and reproduce. Thus, they may be development of a diseased control conditions of the plants. And these are the number of living organisms only develop. Thus, the many cases, the parasitism and intimately associated with pathogenic, since the ability of that one since the ability in some cases parasitism has with the root diseases and bacterial infections, other developments and phenomena is known as symbiosis. And that one, few large number of groups, living organism, only few numbers of a few groups, parasitism, plants, fungi, bacteria, and animals, parasitism, higher plants, although three are the causing the diseases. These are can live on either living or dead host and are therefore called non-organisms.
సండే ఒకటి వేసుకుంటే ఫార్మల్ షర్ట్స్ ఏమైంది వస్తున్నావా?
వస్తున్నా ఒక 10 నిమిషాలు రెడీ అయ్యి వస్తున్నా.
అంటే పై నుంచి చూసినోడికి గవర్నమెంట్ ఉస్మానియా అయితేనే దాని పక్కన ఉన్న ప్రైవేట్ అయితేనే చేయడు వాడు ఉంటారు రిగాల్ ఫైనల్ అయినాడు వేయడు ఆత్మ చేసేస్తాడు అదే వచ్చింది అది చెత్త చెత్త కాన్సెప్ట్ అందుకని అడ్వాన్స్ కాలేజ్ లో 8, 9 మెయింటైన్ జరిగింది ఇందులో 7, 8 రావడం కష్టం అది ఇంట్లో 14 స్కీల్ ఉంచారు అంటే ఎంత చూపించినా వాడు స్కోర్ అని చూస్తాను కదా నీ అట్లీస్ట్ అది కనిపిస్తుంది వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు అమ్మవారు డాక్యుమెంట్స్ అక్కడ పెట్టి గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఏంటంటే మళ్ళీ సంక్షేమ ఇక్కడ చూడలేదు కదా మంచి మార్కులు నేర్చుకుని అవ్వాలి అన్ని నేర్చుకుని వస్తుంది అది ఖచ్చితంగా నేర్చుకోవాలని గుర్తుంది నేర్చుకోవడానికి అసంగా ఉంటుంది అక్కడ ఏం అనుకుంటారు ఏం అనుకుంటుంది అది ఫాస్ట్ ఉంది టైం Yeah, we will discuss to next class the pathogen of hello. We will discuss about to the another part next week. We will continue to the this one. Okay. The pathogen and interaction both are the same.